Built in 1927, the iconic Royal Hawaiian Resort, known as the Pink Palace of the Pacific, ushered in a new era of luxurious resort travel to Hawaii. Located on breathtaking Waikiki beachfront, the Royal Hawaiian is an exclusive resort designed with luxury and romance in mind. It was here in this world-famous beach that surfing became what it is today. And there is no better way to become one with the islands than by grabbing a board and hitting the waves. One service unique to the Royal Hawaiian is that of the Waikiki Beach services, located by the pool. Here you can schedule a lesson or just grab a board and start paddling. Our instructor, Pohai McWither, gave our buddy Brian a quick history lesson and instructions on how to properly stay upright on a paddleboard.
Today we're here in Waikiki Beach in lovely Oahu, and we're in front of the Pink Hotel. But it's not the Pink Hotel, there's a name for it.
Yeah, it's the Royal Hawaiian Luxury Collection Resort.
Well, you know, we're here on the beach, and we're standing in front of this canoe.
Yeah, the chiefs, they would be a little too out of shape sometimes, maybe a little bit too much eating, not enough fighting. They wouldn't be able to paddle themselves around, so they'd have the warriors jump in the canoe with them, paddle them out, catch a wave, so they can experience the surfing part of that.
Surfing started here, and then you spread it to the world. Now, paddleboarding. Did it also start here?
It did start here, yes. Some of the instructors, they wouldn't be able to keep an eye on all of their lessons, so they thought standing up instead of laying down would be a little bit easier for them.
All right, I got you your victim right here. Brought him all the way from California.
You would want to start off down on your stomach, then you paddle. You can use both hands at the same time, which would be a butterfly stroke, or you can use one hand at a time, which would be a freestyle. It's up to you. We stand up for the wave. Push your body up and bring both your knees forward. Whichever foot you feel comfortable with, you put it in between your hands, as close to the center of the board as possible. Keep your two hands on the board, lift up your butt, flatten your back foot out. You just let go. And in theory, you should be surfing.
Now I guess we're gonna do paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding it is. Same thing, you wanna stay right in the middle of the board. So you just paddle forward, try and keep the blade nice and deep in the water. Okay, once you're out there, you feel comfortable, you just put up one foot and your second foot, and then you just stand up.
Now, do you want to lean forward, backwards, or do you have to watch your equilibrium?
It's just like a bicycle. So the more forward momentum you have, the easier it is for you to balance. You can go ahead and put one foot up and your second foot. Good, and you kind of just stand up, paddle forward.
After hitting the waves and enjoying the beauty of the beach, you might want a refreshing drink at the Mai Tai Bar. It was here that while visiting the Royal Hawaiian, a young girl by the name of Shirley Temple pulled up a stool and wanted a drink appropriate for her age. Thus, the birthplace for the drink that shares her name will always be the world-famous Mai Tai Bar at the Royal Hawaiian. Kui Wright has been making Shirley Temples and other adult libations at the Royal Hawaiian Beachfront Mai Tai Bar, and he shared the history of how the drink that's almost as famous as the actress herself came to be.
We have a lot of great handcrafted drinks that we do here at the Mai Tai Bar, but one of the ones that we invented was the Shirley Temple. And she was one of the stars that came here back in the 30s that came over. And she was a star, but she was a little girl. She was a child. And she wasn't able to drink the special cocktails that we made back then. So we created a drink for her. But as a child's palate, they want those sweet, candy tasting drinks. So it's pretty simple. We got grenadine over here, and then we have ginger ale. So we do about 3 ounces of a ginger ale. It's pretty busy. Do about half the cup. And then the other half
is almost like a 50-50 mix.
Almost like a 50-50. Okay. And then lemon lime soda, like a Sprite or a 7-Up. You're gonna come up here almost to the top. And then you're gonna grab our grenadine mix right here.
That makes the pink, right?
That makes the pink. That makes it special. That makes it our hotel. Yeah. Just like the pink here is like, you see our pink palace just popping out. Yeah. It's the same thing that makes this drink pop. So we're gonna do about half an ounce. We get our straw here. We just get a quick twirl. Then we're gonna top it off with a pineapple and a maraschino cherry.
Beautiful.
It's a classy drink for a child that could sit here with her parents or the movie stars that came in. We had the Rockefellers coming in, we had the Beatles coming in. Till today, we have everybody still coming in.
Yeah, it's still the place.
Sit at our bar, you'll meet somebody famous.
Wow.
And if it's not somebody famous, it's one of our guests that have been here, timeless, throughout the years, that you just hear these stories. During Pearl Harbor time, you'll hear them come in. We'll get their grandsons, we'll get their sons, their daughters coming in, because that's where their parents or their father had their best time.
Keeping the tradition alive.
You know, that was a hard time back in the 40s, and this was the good time at that. And if you can relive that, where else can you find that anywhere on the island in the world?
That's true.
Your grandfather having a Mai Tai, a Shirley Temple, and just and the same beach, the same Diamond Head.
Yes.
Sometimes the same guest sitting right by you.
It's crazy.
Pretty timeless. When we hit sunset, in Hawaiian we like to say lani kohunua. That means where heaven meets the earth.
After enjoying a cocktail or two at the Mai Tai Bar, it's time for an authentic Hawaiian experience, the Royal Hawaiian Luau.
Tell us the story of what we're going to see today.
Well, you're really going to see the history of Hawaii, starting with the very special folklore of our culture, you know, like cultural peoples all over the world. Kamehameha, the greatest warrior king to rule the islands.
This was the most important island and battle. He prepared for battle right here. Came with his warriors by night. Up in Pu'owaina, Punch Bowl, Kalani Kupule, the king of this island, already had retreated.
And about the monarchy, the kings and queens of Hawaii, from Kamehameha all the way through King Kalakaua and his brother and his two sisters.
And truly, the guardians were Kamamakakaua, the company of warriors loyal to King David.
This is the place for everybody. Yes. Whether you're a celebrity or just bringing your family, this is the place to go. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.
Aloha.
Oh yeah, just like he said.